Dyer, and I'm running for the Montgomery County Council at large. I'm here at the old Glen Echo amusement park today because Glen Echo Park is the perfect metaphor for where Montgomery County finds itself today. This was once the greatest amusement park in the world, one of the most legendary roller coasters, a venue where the top recording artists used to perform, the world-famous crystal pool, and even a sand beach that went along with it. Now today, it's mostly an empty shell used for arts and crafts programs. It could be an economic engine for the county, but its potential is not being realized. The same is true for Montgomery County. Our county should be the economic engine of the East Coast. We have the best firefighters, the best police officers, the best teachers, great neighborhoods, and the most educated citizens in the world. We have all the potential in the world, yet we're falling behind our neighbors by the day. Loudoun County, Fairfax, Howard, and Washington, D.C. have all moved ahead of Montgomery County over the last decade. We are way behind those jurisdictions in job creation, and this council is satisfied to be behind. I want to be number one. Do you know that not a single large employer has moved to Montgomery County in over a decade? I can sum up this council's record on economic development in 3 words: weekend at Bernie's. A prominent local businessman recently said he gives the county an F for economic development. We know that the council has rammed through a major zoning code change that threatens the quality of life in every one of our residential neighborhoods. But what else have they been up to all these years? We know what was on the top of their agenda: plastic bags, a bag tax, outdoor smoking, a rapid bus that goes only 12 miles in 50 minutes, backyard chickens, and encouraging young adults to drink more alcohol. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time we had a councilman whose agenda can't be confused with Jerry Springer's final thought. In contrast to that, I'm running on a bold, progressive agenda to finally move Montgomery County forward into the 21st century. And that requires big ideas. And our number one priority has to be transportation. I support building the Purple Line, expanding MARC commuter rail capacity on the Brunswick line, and increasing our bicycle infrastructure. But the important difference between me and my opponents is that I will complete our master plan highway system that's been long delayed since the 1970s. We know our traffic congestion has been rated the worst in America, but my opponents plan to make it even worse. They're ramming through a plan to eliminate 2 lanes you currently can drive in on Route 355 and Georgia Avenue, and reduce speed limits along major stretches of those roads to 25. Can you imagine how catastrophic our traffic will be if this council is re-elected? We have 3 major priorities in completing our highway system. First is building the Rockville Freeway, which is an extension of Montrose Parkway all the way out to the ICC. This long-delayed road will cost a fraction of the council's BRT plan, yet it will carry more commuters daily than the entire BRT system they're proposing. Our second top priority has to be a new Potomac River crossing. A Metropolitan Washington Council of Governments study showed that 25% of the traffic on the American Legion Bridge is either going to or from the Dulles area. With this new Potomac River crossing, we could eliminate up to a fourth of the traffic congestion on the American Legion Bridge. And there's a direct relationship between the new Potomac River crossing and jobs. One of the things we've heard time and again from large employers who have declined to move here is that they want to have access to Dulles Airport. We currently don't have that. One businessman here in the county in the I-270 corridor told me that they're very concerned about what's going to happen once the Silver Line opens between Dulles Airport and Tyson's Corner. He said they have a direct competitor in Tyson's Corner, and the international business people who use Dulles Airport are going to fly in, take the Silver Line into Tyson's, sign the deal, and he said they'll be back out to the airport by the end of the afternoon. He said they're terrified of this happening because there's just no way they can compete. We need to give our business people in Montgomery County the same advantages our competitors have across the river. And that's why we need a new Potomac River crossing. And finally, our third high priority is the M83 highway, Mid-County Highway Extended. This will reduce congestion on I-270 that we currently have up in the Germantown and Clarksburg area. It will give Clarksburg residents, Damascus residents, and Germantown residents the highway access to their communities they've been promised for decades. Finally, we're going to elect a councilman that will get the job done and build these highways, giving working moms and dads more time to spend with their families instead of sitting in traffic or waiting around on the transit system. Our second top priority in Montgomery County is our affordable housing crisis. The council has failed for the last 12 years to do anything about it. They haven't met the needs of affordable housing. In fact, they're destroying the existing affordable housing in places like Bethesda, Glenmont, Wheaton, Long Branch, Takoma, Langley Crossroads. I've testified before the council again and again asking them, please do not rezone these existing affordable units. They went ahead and did it anyway. Now the least fortunate among us are going to be thrown out in the street. Of course we'll continue to grow, and we'll continue to have great urban areas in downtown Bethesda and downtown Silver Spring. But outside of those established areas, our growth needs to be responsible on a human scale and preserve the green space in our suburban areas. We have a great environment and we don't need to destroy it with urbanization and their plan to pave over the entire county with concrete and concrete canyons on every road. We are going to have an affordable housing revolution if I'm elected. We're not only going to have a dedicated lockbox fund so that we can obtain existing affordable units as needed, but we're also going to direct development and planning to build the kind of communities that made the middle class in America. Those post-war suburban communities where families can have a decent home on a nice sized lot. And that's the key for people of all income levels to move forward here, is to have home ownership. That house you can start off with and enough land around it that you can expand it as needed over time, and you grow value, and you can use that as collateral to start a business and later sell it for a profit. Home ownership is the critical key to success in America. Our third top priority has to be education. Again, education is all about jobs. Now, one of the council's advisors on their policy is Dr. Stephen Fuller of George Mason University. Now, he's well known to represent development interests in the region. He told the council that the future of jobs in Montgomery County is in retail, restaurant, and possibly casinos, so that some kids won't go to college. They'll go to schools to learn how to work in retail and restaurant. So what's the message here? That those less fortunate are going to not go to college and instead be sent to Hamburger University? That's an abomination. And that's why we need a progressive councilman who believes in having universal pre-K for every child in this county. A progressive councilman who believes that every child deserves a college education. And most importantly, unlike today, will make sure that when those students graduate from college, that there will be high-paying jobs right here in Montgomery County for them to go into. And that's why my jobs plan fits together perfectly with my education plan. Then we'll combine these new firms we bring to the county and have classrooms right in there, get kids from the lowest income areas to have internships and classes to be known to these firms, and they'll be at the top of the list when they graduate from college to get a high-paying job there. That's the bold kind of leadership that we need in Montgomery County. There's another reason to be at Glen Echo Park today. I'm proposing a new public-private partnership that will rebuild Glen Echo Amusement Park in historic detail. Every single ride, the crystal pool, exactly as it was. A fully restored Glen Echo Park would not only be a national treasure, but it would be an international tourism destination. I'll fight tooth and nail to preserve our suburban residential neighborhoods from the urbanization bulldozers of my opponents. You might ask, how can I win against these developer-funded opponents? There's 3 good reasons I can win, and I'm going to need your help. First of all, when you go to vote, if you choose, bullet vote for Robert Dyer on your ballot. Did you know you don't have to select 4 at-large names on the ballot? You can just select 1 and leave the rest blank. Select Robert Dyer, and that will put everybody else down 1 vote, and it will bring me up 1 vote. And that will make a huge difference when you bullet vote on election day. Number 2, request a sign for your front lawn. The sign will be delivered to you and it will be taken away. You don't have to do a thing. If you're on a major road somewhere, I really need your help to have my sign on your lawn. And finally, number 3, please go to your civic association, your apartment or condo board, and ask them, demand to have them host a candidate debate for the at-large race. There's absolutely no excuse. There is plenty of time to have general election debates this year. If you can do these 3 things, I will be able to win this election, and I will be humbled and honored to serve you on the Montgomery County Council. With your help on election day, we'll finally leave behind the malaise and failure of the last 12 years and move Montgomery County into the future. Thanks for watching, and may God bless each and every one of you.